So for you at 26, going out to AU, I mean, we all know, it's a colossus. It's out there. And at 26, you being in charge and, putting out their arts, culture, and sports. Was it like, didn't you feel intimidated?
Absolutely. And so when I initially came on, I actually came on as a communication specialist.
Right.
The youngest, that means not enough young people are coming in, not enough spaces are being created.
Right.
So I feel like I have a social responsibility to really represent. I always have this hashtag that says representation matters. Black young girls cannot be something that they don't know.
Right.
If you don't see something, you can't be it. So I have no choice but to stand in my truth and to stand in my power and to say, look, I look just like you, I'm young and black, and I'm a career diplomat, and this is how I did it, and it's possible.
Very instructive, for all of us to know that yes, there was that pushback. There were people who really didn't want you to, maybe one, because you're a female, and two, you're young. How were you able to navigate that?
I've realized that there's actually more good people than there are bad. And the people that actually, mentored me and supported me, I was actually blown away. And unfortunately, there was actually males who I followed the support from. And I think that's what I want to change. I want to be a support system for young females in this space. I feel like it doesn't happen enough. And I feel like it happens everywhere, not just so they love it for all that energy, but also coming into a dinosaur of an institution, coming up with this new ideas.
Right.
You can, as you can imagine, there's a lot of pushback. So it was.
What was your worst fear? You wake up and everything, you said you dread this moment. What's your worst fear in life?
My worst fear is mediocrity. I think when I got to a point where the fear of mediocrity was bigger than fear itself.
Really?
That's what gets me up in the morning. Is when I say mediocrity, I'm not talking about being the richest or changing the world, but it's playing my part. It is leaving a footprint. It is empowering in our own corner. And I think living a life unfulfilled, a life that has not reached its full capacity,
right,
and full its potential, that makes me feel.
My last question would be, you talked about empowerment, you talked about, enabling people, but also being that force to conquer your fears. You've done it so well. Getting out there into that school, really ascending, and also getting up to those heights and say, look, I'm a communication expert now to someone overseeing arts, sports, and culture. It means I can break the glass ceiling if you want. So for many young women out there, what would be your message?
You can start over at any time, at any point. And I always say human beings are too magnificent to be one-dimensional. Whatever you studied when you're 21 doesn't mean that you have to be there when you're 35. You can rewrite your story. You want to be an author, be an author. You want to go back to school and be a lawyer, be a lawyer. You can literally change your life as you go along. Let's transform Africa.
Let's transform Africa.